Well, the good thing is that consumers are becoming more conscious and cautious. The difficulty is that sustainability is seen to be complex. And as marketeers, we're actually pretty good in simplifying the complexity. So what we need to do is make sustainable choices simple and preferred for consumers. We can use technology to do so, and we can use our marketing skills to do so.
I mean, the first thing I'd say about brands is put your house in order. You talk about sustainability, but why are you making such a shit product? You know, I mean, that's not, as I say, that's not my view. That's empirical research out there showing that the things that we produce, people don't value. They decreasingly value what we do. That's the first thing to say about sustainability. Why don't I have an idea that's sustainable? Then, of course, you look at how a brand operates physically in creating sustainable opportunities, and it's got to move towards that. It's got to be, you know, we've got to be part of the solution, not the problem. If we have a future, if we're not part of that solution, then, you know, we have a major problem, we won't exist. But I'm a great believer in great creative work comes out of selling what is of value. You know, you go back in advertising's history and you look at the great Volkswagen campaign done in the sort of early 60s, it was saying it's ugly, but it works. You don't have to change the car every year. They were talking in a way about sustainability in 1963. You know, it doesn't have to be junked every year. If something goes wrong, you can fix it because the parts are all available. So there was an example of sustainability in the early 60s, and it created the most wonderful, memorable campaign. So sustainability can be a very, very positive effect for marketing, but also for marketeers to understand their brands have got to be sustainable. And how do I create things that actually add to the value of the planet, not take away from it? And that's a bigger issue than marketing. That's about manufacturing as well.
I think it all starts by taking accountability and realizing the power that you have, and making the first move to not just kind of be passive or observe or maybe do things that maybe are limited in impact, but actually to take the almost act like an internal activist, to drive the flag of what can be done, and actually to not only do this as a way to proclaim we need to do it, but actually to use the craft and the skills of marketing to make it happen, to define great marketing campaigns that can nudge consumer behavior, to take the creativity to the next level, to uncover ways to use our products that are more sustainable, to influence the voice of the consumer when you talk to your leaders, the people that are actually deciding where to invest in order to move the needle in a meaningful way.
I think brands will step up, but I'm really concerned that we're not doing enough at a global level. My biggest concern is climate, and we're not taking the action that we should. I did Kofi Annan's Tick, Tick, Tick climate campaign back in 2009, and we've really not taken any action since. And I think it's incredibly urgent. And as brands, there's a real role and a responsibility to step up because the world's leaders aren't stepping up, and most of the world's charities don't have the financial clout to cut through. And I think brands can, I've always said that making money and doing good do not need to sit in separate quadrants, and that actually brands have not only an opportunity but an obligation to step up.
This has been a fantastic conference in Athens where it's amazing to see sustainability at the top of the agenda, and it's amazing to see the enthusiasm that marketeers have for it. But as is often the case, unless it's authentically based on reality of what their companies deliver, it's going to fail. So I am a massive advocate of marketing being a driver of sustainability, but they've got to make sure they take the whole company with them and that it's authentic.